Hey there everyone, and welcome back to more Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2. My name is Rabbit, and where we left off in our previous episode, we were exploring Water Return 2. I would guesstimate that we have roughly 50% of this forest under our belt, so let's not waste any time. Let us continue with dungeon crawling, dun 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 dun, which is always a good time, right? Absolutely not. But I will say that I am excited because I feel like surely we're getting closer and closer to being at the end of this water area, and then hopefully that means we will be able to get that water orb, which will get us at 2 out of 4. Can't wait, looking forward to it. As you guys know, oh my god, Kai Y, or whoever decided to do that. I think it was Kai because he's faster than a boy. Oh my gosh. Well, that is just obnoxious. Absolutely obnoxious. But that's fine. If we can just attack the same beast, or if we can put one to sleep and then kill the other, I don't know, but we need to do something, you guys. Please attack the same person. Please, for the love of God. Oh, right. Yeah, no matter what you do, it's over for you. I actually could draw this out a little bit if I wanted to. Just to spread some stuff out here. What I was talking to you guys about previously, I was sharing how we are potentially going to run into some mana issues. I do have a very mana-dependent lineup, so I might need to revisit having tissue. I don't know if I really needed to pick that up. I'm not sure why I did that. Probably just because I'm talking. I don't think anyone... Well, just kidding. Happy birthday, Kai. I don't want to carry these, so... I suppose if I pick it up, I can just immediately use it on a divine beast, huh? No harm in that. Well, as always, I hope you guys are well as you are watching this video. Since I tend to... Oh, well, that's a decent find. We'll go ahead and use this immediately. Since I tend to upload... very, I don't want to say it sporadically because, I mean, obviously I'll upload as the videos are edited. So if I edit a batch of 4, so let's say I record like 10 episodes of something, but I only can have a chance to edit 4 that same day. Those 4 episodes will go live over the next 4 days. So like 1 for each day. And it's convenient for me sometimes, but then also it's inconvenient because if I have like one big batch or one big recording session, you guys are still seeing the episodes very spread out, and it's sometimes a little bit strange, right? Because I'm like, oh yeah, and like I was just saying like 10 minutes ago, but for you guys it's what, like it can be, I would guess like a week later maybe, if I, you know, upload, like edit and upload 4 episodes over the course of 4 days, and then maybe I spend 4 days uploading something else that I had an opportunity to quickly edit, or, you know, if I take like 4 days of a break because work is crazy. I'm just saying, like, you may not get the rest of that batch until a week later. Even if it's only like 4 or 5 days later, it's still kind of weird, right? If there's something in between or like that gap in between. So I don't know. I would love to have a better schedule where it's not so... Well, what do I want to do here? No one really needs heals, but I feel bad for my corner people here. Maybe I do need to have tissue in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how I want to navigate this. I need that final spot. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, I need that extra divine beast. My little blank opening, because that would be great if I could have 2 healers and then a mana restorer. I feel like that would be the ideal situation. Oh, nothing? Really, game? Throw me a bone here. I would love to find another kalma, please, and thank you. I don't really need this, but whatever. If we find it, let's just grab it, I guess. Now I can use it. It looks like Rufus is our guy. That was absolutely overkill. So anyway, I don't know why I'm even talking about the videos and how they get spread out, but it was for some reason on my mind. I don't know why. Well, I guess, was I starting to talk to you? Oh, God. I really don't need another one of these eggs. You guys know, it's just like, I can buy one of these. I don't care. If it was a kalma, oh yeah, sweet baby, I would be fighting it, but I don't need it. I don't need the egg. I don't want the egg. And I don't want to spend the time There you go, Kai. That's what you needed. I don't want to spend the time to fight it. I just want to move on. And this is one of the few LPs where I haven't edited out fights just because, I don't know. As I'm vocalizing this, I honestly have to say I don't know why for Jade Cocoon 2 I opted to not remove repeat fights. I mean, maybe we don't have that much overlap often, but sometimes it feels like we do. And I question my choice of not omitting those. I don't know. Might have been a questionable choice on my behalf. I'm sure I had a reason for it, but I wonder if I should have revisited that decision. I mean, I know we have one of you, and whatever, let's just fight it. Let's see what the egg is. Maybe it's one we don't have many of? Well, it doesn't hurt, I suppose. Although this is like what I'm talking about, right? So we had fought one of these already in this episode. So for pretty much all the other RPGs I play, I would edit out this fight because it's like, we've already seen this monster. You guys already know what it's bringing to the table. There's no reason for me to consume like a minute, or even if it's 30 seconds, you know, if you have like 6 of those 30-second battles, that just shaves off a couple of minutes, you know, which would allow for just more story-based footage and just fewer spats with enemies. So I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm even talking to you guys about this, because I'm sure you guys are like, yes, Rada, we know you decided not to edit out the extra fights. It's okay. But sometimes I feel like there are things that I could have done differently, and I always question, you know, would that have been a better choice? I mean, maybe not. Oh, okay, Ribbit Mech, we definitely have at least 2 of these in storage. So I don't know if I probably need to just drop this. I don't need this many HP back books. Well, I could. It's not worth it. I'm getting rid of this. Let's see. I'm always keeping the Resurrect stuff. Goading ups attack. That's pretty good. Ups defense. I don't need the quickness. Fuck that. I don't know why I held on to that. And I like the Regeneras. And maybe I need to just put this back. I shouldn't say put it back, because I've only had it in my possession since Cure gave it to us, but perhaps I should put this into storage because it's consuming a slot, and I am not trying to hear that, you guys. Well, I think we're okay for now. We have 3 spots open. I probably should just stop picking up cute gems. I think they're only worth like 200 anyway. I think 200, give or take. All right, where is this going to take me? Oh, I love it. I'm finding all the dead ends. Kalma! Oh my god, you guys. This might be him. No, you don't. You lose. I win. Please be Meta Knight. Please be Meta Knight. Please be Meta Knight. I feel like I'm a cheerleader right now. God damn it! Oh, I'm getting everything except what I want. This is not what I'm trying to see. But fine, whatever. I'll start out with heals so I can regen some mana for a couple of people. Just to be fair. And it doesn't hurt. We'll get more heals. And I think what I'll do is this side. I know, Luther. You're feeling it. Oh my god, that did nothing. Did nothing! Oh shit. This guy is a beefcake. He is taking all of that damage and not even thinking twice about it. Oh god. Okay. Well, let's see. Can we put him to sleep? Maybe I should have opted for this side first. Well, it doesn't matter either way. So I guess in terms of more stories and such to share with you, I was mentioning that I hope all is well in your lives. Everything is still okay over here. Oh, geez. Like I was, I think, beginning to say like 2, maybe 3 episodes ago, but I got sidetracked because we had story stuff going on and just little things coming up. You know, Andrew and I have been feeling a little bit restless with our current living situation. Like, we're still happy with where we are, but our landlord is just occasionally doing or saying things that have come across as unsavory to us. And sometimes I think it's harder for Andrew to deal with those statements than it is for me to deal with those statements, because for me, I can just be like, you know, well, whatever. My level of respect will just change, right? So it's not like my heart will be broken and I'll feel, oh, so immensely betrayed. But I think for him, because we went into this living situation, and we went into this circumstance, I guess with higher expectations, because as you guys know, we had exited our previous living situation due to some really shady and corrupt practices from the people who bought out the place where we had lived for 2 years. So I think Andrew was already just starting off with the mentality that if we're moving in with someone or sharing a home with someone, they need to be honest, reputable people, like good, honest, hardworking, decent people that aren't nosy or manipulative and are fair and basically stand by their word. And I think we have that for the most part, but there have just been a couple of things that have happened over the last, I'd say like the last 2 weeks, and individually they're not gigantic offenses, but you know, they add up, right? I'm sure many of you can also say in interacting with people that you know, whether they're friends or acquaintances, family members, it can just be a bit aggravating when you have certain expectations and you feel like those people don't live up to those expectations that they even set. So it's not even just like you're like, oh, well, I expected you to do this or I expected you to be that way. It's more just like, you know, you're the one who set this standard and made these goals and statements for all of us, and you're not living up to that? Okay. So let's assign her a letter or a fake name. Let's just call her Angela. How's that? I think that's a nice name, right? So Angela, or Angie, is a very nice person. I have no issues with her. I think she's kind. I think that for the most part she's very generous and gracious, and I mean she would have to be for the line of work that she's in. And guys, don't do this, put these things to sleep. I don't want to be here all day fucking with these Walters. So Angie recently has been sending us like slews of texts with really passive aggressive things in them, a conversation that she and I had a few weeks leading up to all this. So by the way, like, we're starting off on this note where I ended up talking to her, and she said, I don't even know how the conversation got this way, but again, guys, keep in mind, you know, our relationship, it's not like we've known each other for that long. It's not like we're friends. You know, it's really, I don't want to say it's exclusively a formal partnership or a formal relationship, but at the same time, there need to be, you know, lines in the sand, right? Like, you have to draw some sort of boundaries, I think, so that you're not basically mixing the business with pleasure. I think it clouds people's judgment, and I don't know. I just don't like to get caught up in that kind of messy shit. That's just me. Maybe I'm too cautious and too wary, and fine. You know, I'll take that. I'll take that I may be overly cautious when it comes to certain business relationships or certain friendships with people in positions of power over you. Well, with that being said, Angie approached me a couple weeks back, and she, in my opinion, in a really weird way, was just like, oh, you know, I'm just really concerned because you guys have been, you know, living here for like 6 months or 7 months now, and I've just never even heard you guys having sex. I just feel like for a couple that's been together for so long, like, intimacy is so important, and I just think it's very peculiar that I've never ever heard you doing anything. And I was, one, appalled that she would even bring this up, because like I said, I don't remember what led up to it, but the conversation, we weren't talking about intimacy and we weren't talking about anyone's sex life. So I almost wanted to be like, Angie, this is a really weird thing for you to say. I don't know why you're trying to talk to me about this, because I don't know you like that, and I don't want to know you like that. So please stop. Like, I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to talk about this. But like, she kept pressing it, and she was like, oh, so, you know, is everything okay? I really want to know, like, how often do you guys have sex? How often do you do this? How often do you do that? And I was like, I can't talk to you about this. I don't want to, and it's none of your fucking business. Like, really, bitch? Why are you even trying to talk to me about this? So that's kind of where this all started, right? Like, okay, I can see some of you saying, well, you know, yeah, that's kind of weird and creepy, and I definitely would not share anything with her, but in and of itself, that's not like such a gigantic offense to where we should be like, oh, this is a really, really strange situation. No, not at all. This was just where it started. And then, like I said, ever since I didn't really want to open up about those life situations for me, or those those kinds of conversations. I just didn't want to have them, you know? I think that's fair for me to have said, really, thanks for that fucking Mel's Elixir 3. I guess it's not a huge deal. Let me go ahead and give it to Kai since he's on the corner. That doesn't even restore anything anymore. But yeah, so ever since I basically was a little bit guarded about it, she's just been like sending passive-aggressive messages and implying really weird things. And we're just like, listen, Angie, we respect you in some regards, but we don't want your advice for things like that because, one, it's none of your business. If we wanted to talk to you about it, we would gladly bring those things up. And I feel like even if you wanted to approach the conversation because you do feel really comfortable talking to us about this or talking to me specifically about this, if I make it very obvious that I am no longer comfortable or that I don't want to have this convo, then I feel like you should drop it and you should respect my privacy and respect my wishes to not engage further with this. And I just don't feel like she was giving us that level of consideration that she should have been. And I think it's a little strange that because I didn't want to talk about those things, she decided that, well, I'm just going to keep bugging them about it, and now I'm going to be angry and annoyed and passive-aggressive about things that I want or that things that I think should happen. And it's just, oh man, you guys, people are so complicated. Everyone, you know, I admit, you know, Andrew's complicated, I'm complicated. Like, we all have our shit, right? And that's fine. You know, I acknowledge that we all have our quirks and little oddities, but oh boy, I don't know. This is why I absolutely like keeping to myself, and I don't like sharing more than is necessary with people, because I feel like people will just use it against you. People don't know their own boundaries, and they're just so ready to be offended by anything and everything, even if you're in the right to not disclose certain things, or if you're in the right to not participate in whatever it is that they want you to do. It's just been kind of a mess. So things are not as peachy as they once were. I mean, they're absolutely not horrendous, at least not for me. Andrew is definitely the one who's a little bit more frustrated by everything that has been taking place. But, you know, I get it. I understand where his frustration is coming from, and I definitely concede that I'm no longer as elated with our living situation as I once was. But, you know, it is what it is, and you gotta just work with people and do your best to pick your battles, I guess, is the way that I like to often look at it. Like, is this worth fighting about? Is this worth even bringing up to someone? Is it worth being upset about? Is it even worth complaining to the individual about or seeking some sort of resolution? And sometimes yes, but sometimes no, especially for people who are very much, how would I say this, like the kinds of people that easily become offended or become defensive when you bring something up, you know what I'm saying? And I think in those cases, if you know it's not going to make anything better and it may just possibly make things worse, honestly, what's the point? You know, like, why even approach the subject? Why even try if it might just make things far worse than they could have been if you guys just ignored it or kind of let it roll off your shoulders, you know? So that's where we're at right now. We're trying not to worry about the privacy invasion. We're trying to not worry about the ill temperament and all of that. Oh my goodness. More paths, you guys. I'm just going to open this up a little bit more. Oh, sweet. I just wanted to open these, and now let's go ahead and call this an episode. So when we do come back together, we will continue exploring Water Return 3, starting with this lovely ogre vine right behind Kahu. So as always, when I'm signing off with you guys, I like to remind you that my name is Rabbit. This is my playthrough of Jade Cocoon 2, and I look forward to seeing you shortly in our next episode together. Thank you for watching.